Hello, welcome to the course on CCNA. Let's understand what is computer network. Computer network is like a graph consists of end users who generate and receive the data connected to one another via communication links and some intermediate nodes which store and forward the data. Let's take an example. Suppose this is user A and this is user B, this is user C and this is user D. Now D wants to transmit some data to A and A wants to transmit some data to C and C wants to transmit some data to B. So while transferring the data from D to A, this will be happening to some way that is called as link. And what is link actually? What does it practically mean? When D is transferring something to A, what does actually mean? It means that it is transmitting some data and that data is transmitted by various means of communication. And what are those means of communication? It can be optical source, optical fiber, it can be optical fiber, it can be wireless, it can be wired, and other methods which we are using in order to communicate between D and A. Now, what is computer network? Computer network is a graph. What is this graph? Graph is nothing but DACB, which is nothing but representing the users who generate and receive the data. In this course, we will be learning how much of the data will be generated and how much of the data a user will be received or a user will be sending. Those are interconnected with one another via communication links. I have already told what are communication links. This can be optical fiber, this can be some wireless also, and this can be some medium. Okay, this can be some another medium. The intermediate nodes. What is intermediate nodes? This is A, B, and this is C. A wants to transmit the data to C, but due to some reasons, and those reasons we will study later, due to some reasons A cannot transmit the data to C directly. In such scenario, A will transmit to B and then B will transmit the data to C. In such scenario, B is an intermediate node. This is an example of intermediate node. We will see what is the use and what is the scope of intermediate node in our CCNA course. Now, a computer network may span various sizes. Home networks. Now, what is a home network? Suppose my mom asks me for hotspot. In such scenario, I need to turn on my hotspot and share my internet connectivity with her. That a very small network is called as home network. That very small network is called as home network. I'll give you one another example. Suppose you have Wi-Fi at your home and with the help of that Wi-Fi about 5 to 5 to n number of members, suppose in your home, those number of people can share the internet connectivity. Local area networks are basically for the colonies, for a specific area, okay, and for the metropolitan areas networks, these are basically for the cities. So we have a category in which we can divide the network on the basis of size. I hope this point is clear to you. The third point is a computer network is usually administered by one entity, home, telecom service provider, institutions, etc. This point is very clear. Locally, each sector may use its own operating system and algorithm to control their respective networks. Now, suppose I have my own personal network and I need to showcase, I need to do some of the variation in my network. Okay, I need to do some of the variation in my network. Now, all those variation in my network will be happening through the operating system. will be happening through the operating system. Now this operating system and the algorithms are very important, but how suddenly a operating system has come into the picture? How algorithm has come into the picture? All those questions will be answered in the coming sections. What is internet? What is internet? Internet is a graph. Internet is a graph. It is nothing but a network. It is nothing but a graph or network where so many people are connected with each other through a medium that is called as internet. Suppose, just an example, what is an example of internet? That is Facebook. A very known example, Facebook. Facebook is a social media platform where we can connect with each other. So that is, due to the presence of internet, we are connecting with each other. History of internet, that is DARPA, ARPANET, packet switch nectar, killer applications, TCP/IP, Ethernet, DNS, NSFNet program, IANA, ICANN, RFC, IETF, IEGS, IESG, IAB. All these are the some of the history, some of the history, and some of the history. And whereas these days we prefer TCP, IP, DNS, all are familiar. All concepts are very familiar to us. But in this course, we will discuss from scratch point of view. It means we will discuss each and every content of the computer network, CCNA. How did it come about? Who owns the internet? Who owns the internet? Who is controlling the internet? We will see the answer. What control does one have on it? Business model and service oriented model. Let's see what is ISF. Okay, before we move, let's see that is some of the inventions. World Wide Web. You may remember www.facebook.com. Who invented that? That is Berners-Lee. MIT lab. Just for your knowledge. Email. We write the email adiyogi education @gmail.com. Who does that? That is Ray Stiblinson. DNS servers, USC 1982. Stephen Crocker, RFC, packet switching, Leonard Killenrock, UCLA 1961. Bob Kahn and Vincent, DARPA by TCP, and some other thing. Let's understand what is ISP. What is Internet Service Provider? Internet Service Provider is a business entity. It is in a company. What you can think as a Internet Service Provider? Who is giving us Internet service? Is it a company? Is it an organization? Yes, it is an organization which has sub-organization. Those sub-organization has sub-organization, and the chain is very huge. The work has distributed across the globe. Let's see what is Internet Service Provider. Is a business entity which provides internet access to the end users or access network for a subscription fee. So these internet subscribers, suppose I need 2 GB data, then I need to go for my internet service provider. That person will charge me some money, and on exchange on it I will get some data. The place where the end to access network connect to an ISP is referred to as point of presence. I hope this is very clear. The number of POP held by an ISP tells about this. See, this is thousands in number. It means that it is not about one organization. It is about 1,000 organization. It is about 1,000 organization is involved, and in 1,000, suppose first, second, third, Likewise, 1000 organizations are involved, and then each organization further have 1000. It means not the one person is controlling, the work is controlling in some pattern. PPU consists of routers, MPLS, Ethernet switches and servers. We will be learning about switches, we will be learning about Ethernet, we will be learning about routers in huge detail, don't worry about it. Telecom operator, cable TV operator can lend lines, equipment for aggregating, end users for an ISP. In some cases, they may themselves become an ISP. I hope it is clear to you. Let's see this diagram. What is this representing tier 1 ISP? Let me give you an example. In case we see any university, let's suppose this is university. This university has leaders. And what are those leaders? Those leaders can be vice chancellor, it can be pro chancellor as well. Let's understand what I'm trying to convey. Now, under these, what comes under these comes head of department. And what comes under head of department? Faculty. And what comes under faculty? That is students. I hope this example is clear to you. So it has a chain. Everyone should agree. Students should agree to faculty. Faculty should agree to head of department. Head of department should aggregate to the higher authorities or the leaders. Likewise, it is representing tier 1. Tier 1 design some of the internet rules, some of the subscription packages where this is, you can say, this you can take it as India, this you can take US, this you can take it as, this is India, okay. Whereas this IXP, see, in this example only one it is defined. You can take first stage, second stage, third state, this is my fifth state, and then each state has the cities. Likewise, internet is connected. I hope it is clear to you now. Revenue generation is as follows. End user pay access to ISPs. Access ISPs pay to regional ISPs. Regional ISP pay to tier 1 ISP. Let me take an example. This is management. Management take care of faculties. So this is a chain. Well, this is not much useful. Let's see. May have several bilateral agreements to share resources such as bandwidth and routers. Besides, content service providers can enter into bilateral agreement with an ISPs at any stage of time. I hope this lecture is clear to you. In case you have any queries related to CCNA exam, in case you have any queries related to this subject, you may write to me in the comment section. Thank you for watching this session.